Hello Blizzard fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Fluzy and MoNo on Moonlight Madness, the latter edition. This was submitted to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com, and you can also send me replays to that address, and I will cast them. In the bottom left of Moonlight Madness, we have the red Terran player, it is Fluzy. And in the top right of Moonlight Madness, the latter edition, we have the blue Zerg player. It is MoNo. I've had some requests on the channel in the last couple of days for more Terran stuff in Legacy of the Void. It has been a lot of Protoss, it has been a lot of Zerg, I hear you there. And I am planning on casting a lot more TVZ stuff, at least Terran stuff, in the next few days. So thanks for your patience. I will definitely be sure to get those going out the door and onto my channel as soon as they get processed and ready to go. So here we come with a 15 hatch into an extractor into a pool for MoNo. Pretty standard stuff. We see this in HOTS all the time. Walling off here though is Fluzy off of one base. What is he afraid of? I don't know. Usually what we'll see from Terran players against Zerg, at least in Heart of the Swarm, sometimes in Legacy in the Void as well, is I guess the wall off with the Reaper expand is pretty standard stuff. Getting the orbital command here as well. So the Reaper is going to head on out with the KD8 charge available to him, and boop, here he comes. Let's follow him out, because again, Reapers are fun. Zoom, zoom, zoom with your jetpack, your rocket pack across the field. Helps him to run faster, I think is what is going on here. I don't know why it's not burning off his legs, but maybe he has some kind of a suit on. Here comes the Reaper. What's in production? Sixlings. Going to try to keep... Oh, the KD8 charge knocks everybody back. I think this was done after the latest patch, though, where it actually allows the drones to continue mining after that KD8 charge comes up. Boom, again, and is it enough to kill? Oh, every single one of those lings does go down. The Reaper now has 3 kills, but has to escape because the Queen has come out there. So, pretty good use, I guess. 3 kills is nice. That was at a couple lings and a single drone, I think is what that was. But yeah, there was a bug fix. If you didn't watch that video, the balance update, or the, or rather, it was just a patch update. It used to be that KD8 charge would knock the workers back and they wouldn't go back to work unless you told them to specifically. That's really annoying to have to do that. So they fixed it to where the KD8 charge knocks them back. They kind of shake a little bit, blah, 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 clear their heads and go back to work. So a little bit less APM required to recover from that, which is always nice for non-Terran race players. An expansion coming out here for Fluzy. Is this the normal place to take? I guess this is probably the more standard place to take your expansion, but actually Fluzy taking it down here. Now Fluzy is spelled with a U, so it could be Fluzy, I guess, but Fluzy I see is usually spelled F-L-O-O-Z-Y. Not that it's really a standard word you see in the dictionary or anything, but anyway, I'm going to keep calling him Fluzy, him or her Fluzy. Evolution chamber coming up. Mono's walling off just a little bit. We are getting a starport. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so barracks, starport coming up. We do have the factory with a couple Hellions coming out. Fairly standard stuff. In choice here by the Terran player. Kind of hiding the Hellions back here. I don't know why, but either way, this is really open and exposed. I mean, look at this. Okay, so maybe just this one area, plus down this ramp, which has to be open to, which these debris have to be cleared from before it's open for travel. And again, walling off here with another evolution chamber. Stick a Queen in there, and those Hellions are not actually getting through. So interesting play. I like this quite a bit. Stim being researched. We are going to see some bio play again. 2 reactors. This is just going to be like a million Marines. I guess one of these is getting a tech lab, but okay, reactor coming down on the starport. So probably going to see medevacs with that one. Here we come with the pressure moving on up with these Hellions, and the Reaper is going to try to come out, get a surround on that Reaper. Can't quite do it. The Hellions are there to support as well. Ooh, that was a bad spot for those lings to be in. The Queen needs to block this. Not quite blocking it. The KD8 charge knocks her forward, and boom, everybody is inside. Hellions going to town, using their burners on everything. Their igniters killing drones left and right. The drones being pulled off the line. Something does finally die there. I think it was one of the Hellions. All of these drones are just getting roasted or killed by the Reaper. Another, Reaper and the Hellion. Another Hellion goes down. Another Hellion gets surrounded and killed. Woo! So, okay, I think MoNo may have barely survived that. What did he lose? 13 drones were lost, though. 35 to 22 harvesters in favor of the Terran player. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. That was dangerous. Medevacs coming up. Marines coming up as well. Tech Lab researching combat shield, and that stim is just about finished. Not quite there yet. +1/+1 coming up for the Zerg ground carapace. You need to drone up. 3 drones on the way, and a Spire. Whoa, and a Spire. Alright, so I don't know. The timing's going to be really off here. I think he's going for a 2-base mutaplay, but he lost all of his workers on the extractors. He's not going to have a lot of gas here, unfortunately. This push could be pretty devastating from Fluzy if he plays it right. And can these transform into Hell? No, not Hellbats yet. But more Marauders are coming out. Marines, Marauders, Hellions. This is pretty good composition against what we're seeing from the Zerg player. Although I guess all we've really seen are Lings, and Marauders are not fantastic at this. A good surround could actually probably kill this fairly easily with enough Speedlings. Plug this up, Queen. There we go. Getting up here, plugging it up just a little bit, getting a Creep Tumor as well. That's very nice. Another Creep Tumor. Nope, doesn't have enough energy for it. Some pretty good injects coming up here from MoNo. Inject, Queen. You can do it. The Spire's just about finished. It's not going to be finished in time to deal with this push, I don't think. We do have 2 workers in that gas, 3 in this one now. So about 400 gas in the bank. We could just drop up, though. Whew, this is I mean, not a big push. Not a big push by any means, but a little bit scary for what MoNo has back home. It's Lings, it's some Banelings. It is a Spine Crawler. I do like that. That's going to help a lot. This Hellion takes a couple pokes to the face and backs on out. The Queen gets hit by those Marauders. Immediately, the Spine gets killed down. The Lings wrap around the backside. The Banelings hit on front. Oh, and actually does manage to clean that up fairly handily. Okay, Ling Baneling, what do you know? Effective against that particular composition. Doing a good job with it, but another drop up here with the Hellions. More and more workers going down, but the Hellions getting surrounded by the Lings again and cleaned up. It is a total of 22 Harvesters lost now for MoNo. That is a huge hit to his economy. 43 to 29 available workers for each player. Fluzy being up on MoNo. Walling off here, going to take a 3rd base here. And again, what probably should be the natural. This has not been scouted out at all by our Zerg player. No, really no scouting whatsoever. I'd really like to see some Overlord placement or a Ling at least come up and see what's going on. But nope, MoNo is really content to stay at home. He is popping out mutas left and right. How many total does he have? He has 2 in production and 3 on the field. So 5 total, enough to do some harassment, not really enough to kill anything of substance. But I guess there are no missile turrets here at all, so that is nice. A little bit easier of a target for the mutas. This is really wide open with 18 Harvesters here. But again, our Zerg player does not know that it's there. Hellions getting dropped on here in the main. Once again, the mutas are here, forced to reveal themselves. A big surround. And all the Hellions die, but man, more workers died again. 26 total drones dead. More and more mutas in production, replacing the drones that have died. Missile turrets immediately being constructed. Like I said, the Terran player is now aware of those mutalisks and going to try to do what he can to deal with them preemptively by getting these turrets up. 2 turrets in each mineral line. Wow, that might be a bit of an overcommittal, but at the same time, going to do a good job against the number of mutas that are out. But apparently, these are defensive mutas. These are mutas that want to stay home and defend against attacks that come their way. As we can see, maybe they're going to go out. I don't know. Maybe looking for the medevac that dropped off those Hellions earlier. More and more Lings. A muta-Ling composition. Is that what we're going to see here from MoNo? Yeah, I guess so. We're getting a Spine Crawler. No real other tech choices being made at this point. Back home at the Terran base, we have factories and another command center. So again, nothing too crazy and off the wall here. 2 engineering bays not really being used for anything at this point. I think they already got +1/+1 flyer attack coming up, +2 melee attack coming up, and an infestation pit for MoNo. So alright, I like where he's going with this. The Queen's out here all alone. Run away, Queen, you're gonna die. Nope, does not run away, gets blasted down. Instead, here we come again. Marines and Marauders, very heavy on the Marine and the Marauder. 3 medevacs overhead and a couple Hellions to support, marching onto the creep, feeling very brave. Here come the Mutalisks, but they get burned down immediately by those Marines. That evolution chambers die as well, at least one of them does, and the second one falls down. Here come the Mutas and the Banelings and the Lings getting big hits by those Mutalisks, and actually, is this enough Mutas to take this down? The DPS again is good, but Marauders doing a lot here to take down workers left and right. Banelings die on a Marauder, not really what you want to see, and yeah, MoNo manages to clean it up here and actually pulling back even in the worker count, 45 to 41, closer than he was. All the medevacs are forced to return home in shame. Those Banelings really paying for themselves. MoNo doing a good job, pretty much waiting until the moment that they're going to die and then responding with just enough force to send the Terran player back. A 3rd base coming up for MoNo over here, a little bit behind the Terran though. The Terran really doing well, saturating all of these bases. Oversaturated there, doing a good job moving workers away from this base when it no longer has the mineral patches to support the economy. 15 workers here, probably gonna take this gas. I don't know if he needs it though is the question. And actually, there we go. Here comes the Liberator. Liberator is on the way, +2 infantry and weapons for those ground units. And more Marauders, getting some Widow Mines as well. Widow Mine hits on those Banelings would have been really useful. Just a kind of a small army here for MoNo. How many? 79 to 103 supply. in favor of the Terran player. Infestation Pit is up, but really can't do any teching. He's just so starved. 700, 500 total there. Third base, again, about 60% done. Not quite there. Probably should make drones to try and saturate that as soon as it pops. He needs that 3-base economy desperately at this point. Creep tumors coming up as well. Just trying to run around, provide some more vision for the Zerg player. Here comes another push. Marines, Marauders, and Widow Mines. And as +2/+2 finished, it is not about halfway there. I don't think it will be done. But here comes the Liberator. Oh, with anti-ground mode available. Defender mode, actually, is what it's called. Does not have to be researched anymore at that tech lab. Do we have a Starport Liberator? And yeah, I don't think we even need that upgrade either. So here we go. Again, a small drop over here with Marines and Marauders. Immediately the Spine Crawler falls. These guys going to town on these workers left and right. Drones being killed. Pushing on up. Are we going to use the Defender mode for the Liberator? Going to town on this Overlord. Trying to do it. The Mutalisk going to try to get in here and take this down. Here come the Lings and the Banelings and the Mutas on top of everything. But the Widow Mines have burrowed. Big hits on all those Marauders. They get killed again. Oh, Widow Mine hit. Takes down a couple of, two more hits going down on those Mutalisks. The little Liberator has 2 kills now. And I don't think I should go into Defender mode here quite yet. Splash damage, taking down a couple Mutas. And does the Liberator survive? Oh no, just barely goes down. But the last Mutalisk only has 6 hit points. That Liberator definitely paid for itself. Absolutely. Widow Mine has been burrowed here in the main of MoNo. Interestingly enough, making Mutalisks. So MoNo feels like he needs to replace his army as soon as possible. Pooping some creep over here, preventing a 4th base from going down from Fluzy. Always one of my favorite plays in TVZ. And there we go. Mutalisk chasing away the single medevac. Not going to be able to get it. And a single Muta, again, doesn't have a lot of DPS all by itself. The Widow Mines are still alive. No Observer there, or no Overseer there with the Zerg army. Getting chased away by these Marines. Again, the creep will recede, but very, very slowly. Unfortunately, Marauders and a Liberator and a few Marines. 2 Marines, not a lot. Taking down creep tumors. The Lings come in, get taken down, unfortunately, by that Widow Mine. Pops right on up into the natural. Again, Liberator getting sniped down, focused down by the Mutas. Big Widow Mine hits again. Liberator using that splash damage to the best of its ability on these Mutalisks. Here comes the big attack, though. The Mutalisks go on top of everything. The Liberator dies. All the Marines are dead. And a couple of the Marauders do manage to survive, but they're slowly getting whittled down as well. Big Widow Mine hits once more, chasing everything down. Are these Mutas again? More Widow Mine hits. We need to clean these up. Where's that Overseer? Do your job. Overseer, yes, here we go. Finally taking down these Widow Mines. 7 kills, 3 kills on those 2 Widow Mines alone. Definitely a cost-effective unit for the Terran player. Can we chase down these medevacs? Yes, does chase one down. The other one boosts the heck out of there. Reinforcements coming up. Liberators getting focused down by the Mutalisks. 2 of them go down. That is an expensive unit to just lose for no reason whatsoever except to weaken up a couple Mutalisks. The big push coming up now for Fluzy. Is MoNo ready for this? I don't know. Widow Mine's coming up here, burrowing right at the front. Again, a good place for them. A small group of Marines and Marauders pushing up as well, getting picked up by this medevac, boosting on into the main. Going to try to land, but no, not a great place to land. Oh, actually the Mutalisk is taking down one of the medevacs as well. Big Widow Mine hits once again, and just barely surviving again. Are we going to do this one more time, MoNo, is the question. The Lings come in to try to clean up the remainder of these Marauders and these Marines. They are getting healed from overhead. The Mutalisk trying to take things down as best as possible. The DPS, oh no, is not enough. Ultralisks popping, though. Ultralisks are on the way for MoNo, kind of trying to hide them with the +1/+1 upgrades. Again, they're good, but not that good against this number of Marauders. And here we go. Lings around the backside to prevent the retreat. The Ultras coming right on in, slicing through those Marines, taking them down left and right. Up to 7 kills on that Ultra already. These Marines are very brave, trying to kill these Ultralisks all by themselves. And can we get them? No, not quite. More and more Marines. Oh, Marauders coming in as well, shooting. Oh, and the Ultralisks immediately explode with the reinforcing Marauders. I don't know what is left for MoNo. Nothing in production whatsoever, down to 200 minerals. Could use Defender mode here, could do it. I don't think we're really worried about Mutas at this point. And no, not super worried. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Basically healing everything up. The medevacs are entirely drained of mana to this point, basically. And nope, looks like the Liberators are just going to be used provide some anti-air. The Banelings mostly just die on the ramp. Fairly good stim back there from Fluzy. I don't think it really matters. Those 16 Lings are in production. The Liberator's kind of scouting things out, trying to see what he can see. Nothing much there at all, unfortunately. All these drones are trying to escape, but they're getting murdered by these Marines and these Marauders. Another Liberator comes in. Liberators are being used to hunt down Overlords, and that's it. MoNo calls the GG. Fluzy is victorious. Whew, and a pretty crazy TVZ. A lot of pressure consistently coming out of Fluzy. In the end, it was, what, 50 Harvesters lost for our Zerg player MoNo. That really hurt a lot. Barely managed to hang on by the skin of their teeth for most of their attacks, but in the end, it was the Terran player just kind of out-macroed. The Marines, Marauders, Widowmines were very cost-effective. Liberators were good against the Mutas as well, and that was it. So again, thank you so much for watching. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all / FalconPaladin. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care.